All right, what's up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. I am your host, Hart Joseph L., CEO of Sons of SP Phillips. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe below. This is episode 9, Elephant Wisdom number 61074, called Loyalty and Love and Family. And today we're diving into the heart of the human connection. We'll explore the complexities of these bonds, the challenges we love and face, and the enduring power of family. From the joys of shared moments to the pains of distant relationships, we'll unpack it all. Before we do that, I have to let you know this episode is sponsored by none other than Sons of SP Phillips. Let's start with this line that we all know. Brings chills to me every time I hear it. Don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again. Michael Corleone said this. Whether or not you've seen The Godfather, the weight of these words resonates with anyone who's ever felt the pull of loyalty and love in a family. But what happens when that loyalty is tested? What do we do when the people closest to us are also the ones who can hurt you the most? Today on the Elephant Wisdom Podcast, we are exploring the unspoken rules of loyalty, the art of loving family from afar, and the friends who become the family we choose. We'll also tackle forgiveness, setting boundaries, and most importantly, protecting your peace. So whether you're navigating complicated family dynamics or finding strength in your chosen circle, this podcast is for you. Because remember, this is your podcast. This is your podcast for motivation, inspiration, and domination. So dominate or don't, it's up to you. So get you a cup of water, or heat you up a cup of coffee, or pour you a glass of mama juana on the rocks. Now let's get this episode started. So we're going to start with the family bond today. So I looked up on Google, what is family? And it came up like this, a good family meaning. A good meaning of family is, family means having someone to love you unconditionally in spite of you and your shortcomings. Family is often seen as your first support system. It's where we learn loyalty, love, and sometimes the hard lessons of betrayal, but loyalty isn't blind. It's built on trust, respect, and shared values. Yet loyalty within families can feel like a double-edged sword. How many times have we stayed silent or let things slide to keep the peace? But keeping the peace shouldn't mean losing yourself. Family bonds are precious, but they're also fragile. They're strengthened by understanding and destroyed by neglect or betrayal. Think about this for a minute. Are you honoring the bond, or are you carrying the weight of an unhealthy relationship? In that case, sometimes it's best to love somebody from afar. It's the best way to love somebody. This doesn't mean you're abandoning them. It means you're setting boundaries. Maybe there's a family member who's always stirring up drama, or who just doesn't respect your growth or your values. It's okay to step back while still loving them. Loving from afar is about protecting your peace while maintaining a connection, even if it looks different than what others expect. But thanks to technology today, distance doesn't mean disconnecting. A heartfelt message, a quick video call, even a handwritten letter can remind someone that you care, even when space is very necessary. And even supporting your family, support doesn't mean financially. No. Sometimes it's about being there emotionally, cheering them on, or even holding them accountable. But let's get real. Support doesn't mean sacrificing your well-being. And I'll say this louder for all those in the back of the room back there. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't support others if you're running on fumes. Check in with yourself and make sure your support is coming from a place of strength, not obligation or guilt. Your friends are as family. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the family we choose, our friends. Some of our friends, like Enrique here, stick closer than siblings, and that's a bond worth celebrating. These are the people who show up when it matters, who listen without judgment, and who remind you that you're never alone. Friendships like these are a testament to the idea that family isn't always about blood. It's about love, it's about loyalty, and shared experiences. If you're lucky enough to have friends who feel like family, nurture those relationships. Let them know that they matter. Let them know that you guys are one. They're just as much a part of your story as anyone else. They're adding to it and making that story great. And in the long run, You got to forgive and you got to let go. Forgiveness is a gift you have to give yourself. Holding on to a grudge is like carrying around a backpack of rocks and bricks. It's heavy and it's exhausting. But let's be clear, forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or excusing bad behavior. It means releasing the power that hurt has over you. Sometimes letting go also means letting go of people. Not every family relationship can or should be mended, and that is okay. You can forgive someone and still choose to keep your distance. Both can exist at the same time. You have to protect your peace. Above all, you have to protect your peace. That is non-negotiable. Protecting it means knowing when to walk away, when to set boundaries, when to say no. It's not easy, especially with family, but your mental and emotional well-being are worth it. So ask yourself, does this relationship bring me closer to the joy, or does it drain me from what I need? Protecting your peace doesn't make you disloyal, it makes you wise. Family, loyalty, and love. These are the threads that tie us together even when the fabric feels worn, faded, or even stretched thin. Today we talked about the power of staying loyal, loving from afar when necessary, supporting each other, and forgiving the faults that come with being human. But above all, we talked about the importance of protecting your peace. So here's your $1 million question. This is the challenge I want you to take it to your day and carry it all week. Who in your circle, family and friends, deserves a deeper level of your loyalty? And who might you need to love from afar and to protect your peace from? Reflect on that and ask yourself how those decisions can bring you closer to the life you want to dominate. So hey, I'm Hart Joseph, your host of the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. And remember, this is your podcast for motivation, inspiration, and domination. So dominate or don't. It's up to you. And as you move forward the rest of the week, don't forget to pray along the way. I'm definitely rooting for you, always. So until next time, take care of yourself and your people. Follow us on social media, X, Facebook, and IG at Sons of SPP. Give us some feedback here on YouTube. On whatever podcast platform you're listening to, we look forward to hearing from you.